Now Hall to start the drive.
And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
You talk about this Miami defense.
They've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. They'll look to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Let's go now. Hey, check that. Street.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down.
The Jets at 12-2 now on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
They have their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hall on a give up the middle. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
You talk about this Miami defense.
They've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Zane Gonzalez on for the field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
And it's no good. Gonzalez pulled it, and this will remain a scoreless game.
I'm about to say something that seems really obvious, but you hate to see your kicker miss on the opening drive because now you're starting to wonder what goes through his head. Is that going to affect him the rest of the game? Is he going to be able to bounce back? You want to show confidence later? What's going to go on with him right out of the gate with a miss?
Yeah, chance to grab the 3-0 lead here at home. Instead, we remain scoreless. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
This defense for the Jets, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put him on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. They'll drop to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Bradley Chubb. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down.
They'll set up to throw. That is caught. And knock him down way up close to the 40 at the 49. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
In trouble, and he's taken down.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away.
Now Hill to return it. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 27-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
2 yards still to go. Third down now. They'll run for it with Achane.
And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter.
No score after one on EA Sports.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And the Jets will take over.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We sort of suspected that the elements might wreak havoc on both of these offenses, and that's been the case. No points on either side as this drive begins with a first down. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Straight ahead is Hall.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
Back to throw here.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
This offense so far on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
This 2nd and 4. Hall again.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. He'll drop to throw.
Pass pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
They'll give to Hall. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Well, they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Here we go, set. 70 Lions.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. It's a loss of 5 there on the sack to bring up second and goal.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on first and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at third and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial something up here.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Looking to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Wow, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defensive player with some confidence, having a lot of point, yet flying to the football. So it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Jets will take over first and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 39 yards there, a big one.
That's good for us Jets. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Here's a give to Hall. And a short gain here down to the 22. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
From the 22 now, here's the 2nd and 9. They're going to look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now back to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And this is going to miss left. I don't think it even got there either. It's no good either way, and that will keep this a 3-point game. So it's a second missed field goal here in this first half. He'll have to think about that going forward. Maybe time for a little soul-searching as well.
Yeah, the head coach might be looking towards the heavens because you wonder if this will affect the 4th down decision-making going forward. If you get 4th and 3, 4th and 4, situations that used to be calls for the kicker might get a second thought.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Running right, here's Achane. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the first down.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
2nd and 10. On the draw, it's Hall. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
And he'll let this go deep for Bourne.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away.
Watch out for Hill on the return. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Open net is Waddle complete.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Now Tua.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
On 2nd down, Tua.
That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Tua to throw again. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
On the return, Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And taken right on the 30. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
A handoff for Hall. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 64 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Touchdown, Jets!
Israel Abanikanda.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Jets are able to widen their advantage.
Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Waddle going to bring this out of the end zone now. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. The drive starts with a run from Achane.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Turbo 3, kick.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. This one thrown underneath to Achane.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. He'll dump this off to Achane.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Second down and a yard.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua steps away. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Here's Tua. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Second and 16.
Tua going to throw. And going deep for Hill. Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great these defenses have been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is...
No, bottled up fumble. It's out, it's loose. And this is picked. Does the big boy have the juice? And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field.
And that flag accepted.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
They're on the 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Jerome Baker there on the tackle. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
He'll drop to throw. Open man here is Conklin. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Back to throw now on first down. Caught. It's Wilson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Back to the ground with Hall.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 5.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw here. And this is caught. And he's brought down after a very They'll try and sneak it here. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Jets get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far.
Gonzalez set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
3rd and 3.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right.
Down the right sideline, and he will work his way out of bounds here at the 25-yard line.
A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
So this play, until recently, only something you'd probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this, and they still worry about it. But when you can break off big chunks of yardage like that, it's worth the risk. Plus, you're coaching that quarterback. To see those guys coming,
and get down before the big hit occurs.
Second and 9.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
He'll look to throw.
He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Jets are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
21. Dolphins 7. Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Waddle will return this from the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest. His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Tua. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
A gain of 14. First down, Miami.
On first down, Tagovailoa. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
44.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
The offense on 3rd down, it has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Misses yet again, and the struggles here, they look pretty uncharacteristic for him.
You're certainly right about that. Mechanics are the key right now. Feet, arm, not in sync at all. He ends up throwing that one past his receiver that's open.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. That's Tua's running back, complete.
Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane, 75 yards. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for New York. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Here's Hill on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Achane gets it from the gun.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3.
On play action, here's Tua. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
Tua sets up to pass it. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Quentin Williams in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. Throwing Tua.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
And they'll begin by running the option.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
They'll run. It's Hall.
And he'll get this down to about the 30-31-yard line.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here's 3rd and 3. That's complete right side to Lazard. And he will have a Jets 1st down, and that should just about do it.
And that's one of those where it feels like backyard football in a sense. You say, forget about the route. Just run to the open spot in the middle of the field, and I'll find you. Good throw, good concentration on the catch, and they pick up the 1st down.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Let's go.
The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take the knee.
Well, we all just got a heck of a show, Carter. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome was in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting. But in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So for the Jets, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Miami, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.